Now gel pens can be great fun, but they can be a little bit annoying when they stop working. And if you saw the video that I posted about a week or so ago, you'll know that I had a problem because my house was very cold. And gel pens like to be kept around 18 degrees centigrade. They definitely do not like to go down to 10 degrees centigrade. And because I wasn't using them regularly, because I've been feeling quite unwell and I've just been using my ballpoint pen and my Pitt pens for my daily drawing, my poor gel pens got really cold and they just didn't want to work. Now, I only had one of my Signo pens that refused to work, and I managed to reactivate that fine. And most of the gel pens I got working, but I had a couple that just would not work again. So I don't know if I will be able to reactivate them at all. But the advice was with a gel pen, if you haven't been storing it correctly, to have the cap on, vertically shake them, and then there's different ways of reactivating, but I chose to use a wheat bag because I didn't like any of the other methods that were being suggested to me, and a wheat bag worked fine for me. Now, I don't use gel pens all the time. I don't ever do a whole picture with a gel pen. I will doodle with them, I will do patterns. I mainly like to write with them. They're great for in your journal, writing cards, greeting cards and things. And I have a preference for writing with the Signo, the Uniball Signo pens. I think they're really lovely, but I do like some of the jelly rolls because they have really nice effects on them. Now, I started off with just the plain white jelly rolls, using with my pen and ink, use them for corrections on black surfaces, and they're great for little highlights and things. I do find sometimes with the 05, the finest jelly roll, that the nib would sometimes clog up, and I just wipe that with a damp cloth, and then I could get it working again. And now, until I moved here, I never ever had a problem with the Signo, so it was a real shock to have one of my Signo pens just refusing to work. But anyway, that is now working again. So you can see with the Signo white, we have the broad pen, which is the first one I got, and that's a really nice pen. And then I found they do angelic pastel colours, and there's a white in that as well. So that was really nice. So I have both of those whites. I have all three of the white jelly rolls. I also have, with the Signo, they do some nice metallics. They have, I don't know if this will show up because they're not really shiny, but you have a gold, a silver and a bronze. You've got the plain colours, the pastel colours, and then I've got the metallics. I think they're called Noble Metal. And then with the, oh, we've got some more here. Yes, here we have Signo Noble Metals. So we have these here at the top. That is actually a red, but it's quite of a pinky red. Then with the pastels, we have these lovely colours here. And the jelly rolls, I've got some plain colours, a moonlight colours. Some of the moonlight colours are fluorescent and they're not archival. But with all of these pens here, they are archival ink. Then we have a metallic black, which actually looks silver and grey, which is really strange. And then we have these little sprinkle, the jelly roll sprinkle, which I think are really fun with like some glitter. And you can see here, I like to do little patterns. And on here, I have used, oh, another one I've got to tell you about. My favourite jelly roll is a clear star. Now, you can see on the black, it looks gold. But with the clear star on white, you can see it is more of a silver, and I've put a little bit over the pink there so you can overlay them. But you can see you can get some really pretty effects. That is the jade sprinkle, and we've got the jelly rolls, and then we have got the Signo pens. So I just wanted to do a little doodle to show you some of the effects. And the other thing that's great with the jelly rolls is and the gel pens is they work on black and white. You can get really interesting effects by just using little dots, just like 2 colours, 3 colours. I'd always say with your gel pens, the one thing that is a bit annoying is they smudge. They do take a little bit longer to dry, and they can smudge a little bit more easy than some of your other pens. So just be careful with them. And if you're using 2 colours, let one colour dry. They don't take a huge amount of time, but just maybe a little bit longer than your pigment ink pens. They also have these special effect pens. These are the 3D. I'm not sure if you can see the colours on here, but with the purple one, it writes in purple and then it has an outline and the silver in the middle, and the same with the pink. So you do get some really interesting jelly roll pens. So I would say that it's good to have a mix. I never buy a whole set of any type of pen. I just buy one or two. I'd prefer to buy these pens individually and then just try them out, and I'm never going to be using a lot of gel pens for whole pictures. These are for my extras, they're for my highlights, little details, and just having fun. So jelly pens and gel rolls, they can just be great fun, but you do need to care for them properly. So you need to keep them at a suitable temperature. The most important thing is to keep using them. Just don't leave them sitting in a drawer. Gel pens have a much shorter life than a lot of other pens, like marker pens and pigment ink pens. So store them carefully. Don't keep them for a special event, just use them. They're relatively cheap. Go for the good brands again. The Uniball Signo and the Jelly Rolls I think are the two best. But you know, you may have another make of gel pen. I do have some other gel pens that I use just purely for writing, but I will talk about those another day. But these are ones that I will use most often. So enjoy your gel pens, but don't save them for a special occasion. Just use them. Just be careful with them. So all of these are archival. As far as I know, the only jelly roll that is not archival is the fluorescent pens, but apart from that, all of the others are. Now, I just keep all of my pens horizontally, and I think the important thing is just keep picking them up and using them. Just use them for writing notes, just use them for anything. Use them for writing birthday cards, but use them, and that is the main thing. Keep them moving, keep them at a good temperature, and you'll get lots of fun out of using them. They are fun to use. I know lots of people love gel pens, so have fun with them.